Hey everybody, my name is Jill Stott and I am an Agile trainer, and since the pandemic I've switched all my classes to virtual, and I've learned a lot about what equipment is necessary and what equipment probably isn't necessary. So I wanted to share the recommendations that I have with the rest of you. So first of all, and a lot of this is a no-brainer, but you want to make sure you have a decent laptop or a desktop computer. It doesn't have to be the best of the best, but if you have something that's really old and clunky and slow, it's going to affect your quality of teaching online. I recommend at least 8 gigabytes of RAM. That should be plenty. Most new computers come with 8 as the standard. Also, I recommend more than one monitor. It is so nice to have 2 different screens when you're doing a presentation online, and then you have material and maybe a chat session that's open with your students. It's super hard to keep track of everything if you just have one small monitor. Also, if you have a laptop, sometimes it's nice to have an external keyboard so you're not right up here at the front typing as you're talking. And I also highly suggest, you probably already have one, a mouse, rather than using your finger to do the little thing on the laptop, because there's a lot of detailed things you'll need to show when you're doing online classes. All right, next. So of course, you want to make sure you have a stable internet connection. And you want to do some testing before you actually start teaching. Ensure that you can do an hour or more sessions without it being interrupted. I highly recommend, even if you have awesome Wi-Fi, I always like to be hardwired in. It's a lot more stable, and I have a lot less problems with me getting dropped off from the internet when I'm teaching. Next, microphone. So you might have a built-in microphone within your laptop or your desktop, and that's probably fine. I would do a bunch of tests, maybe grab some neighbors or some friends and say, hey, how's the quality? Can you hear me? It's really important that you are well heard and understood by your students. I started out using my laptop microphone, but the quality wasn't there. So I went to Amazon and I bought this thing here. Ooh, hello. It was about $35, and it's really made a big difference. Especially if you're doing recordings like these, you really want to have that good audio. Also, I have a lot of friends who prefer using a headset where they get their audio here and then they also have their microphone. That works great too. I'm just not a huge fan of the headsets, especially when I'm wearing it all day long, doing an all day long training. So another really vital thing is a webcam. So a lot of laptops have these built in. Test yours. If it's decent quality, it doesn't have to be perfect, go ahead and use that one. The one on my laptop, even though it's very new, is terrible. So I have an external one. I have this one right here, this Logitech. It's a C70, I believe. It's about $30. Right now I'm experimenting with my son's, which I borrowed. It was a Logitech Brio, and it's almost too good because I'm seeing all these wrinkles I didn't see before and these gray hairs. So you don't need anything super high end to do these training. You just want to make sure that people can read your expressions and see your nonverbal gestures. All right, lighting. So in order to get the full effect with the camera, to make sure that they can read your expressions and you can see your students' expressions and so forth, you want to have some decent lighting. If you can, you want to be facing a window. That's not always plausible. I have the desk and it's nailed down, so I can't move it. So I bought, again on Amazon, this ring light. You can see it here. It's about $35. And it really helps, especially on those dark days. I don't always use it, but it is nice to have it when I'm doing a recording or if it's really low light, if I'm starting early in the morning. All right, now, when I first went to online in March, I wanted to get all the different supplies and the different tools. So I went out and I bought a green screen, and this is what is happening to it now. So a lot of people love green screens, and you set them up behind you, and then you can project some kind of an image in the background if you're using Zoom or Teams. However, for me, it just wasn't that effective. I didn't really like it. It was just a hassle because mine was so big. It was very inexpensive. This was just the sheet itself was $7, and then I bought some PVC pipe to make a stand to go on it. So if anyone wants it, I'm giving it away for free. So there you have it. those are my tips for the equipment that you may want to buy or borrow in order to make your online training and teaching more effective. Thanks. Bye.